Welcome back to Sika. Welcome back to another video on water cutting. This one though is going to be slightly different. So in 2 weeks time,
Saturday week,
11 days time, 12 days time, we have a jiu-jitsu competition. This time I'm going to be in the heavyweight class instead of the super heavyweight class. So it requires me to be around 92 kilos. I weighed in this morning at 97 kilos. After just a normal weekend, I've kind of always been weighing in 96 or 97 for the last few weeks. So what I'm doing right now is practicing what I preach and doing a quick test water cut for 3 days. I'm going to water load, so I'm going to do one of these bad boys, 5 litres of water today, tomorrow and Wednesday. Today is Monday, probably should have said that. Then I'm not going to drink any water on Thursday, and maybe 200 mils for the whole day, and then weigh in on Friday. So that will give me a very good idea of what I'm going to be able to weigh in at the next week. There doesn't seem to be anything massive in the literature about repetitive water cutting. So I know I've done these kind of 5 or 6 times previously, and it's never been an issue. So I'm just going to do it now. It will give you all an idea for kind of how effective it might be, roughly what percentage of body weight I might lose, and yeah, you're here for the first sip of water. It's 1:30 p.m. on a Monday afternoon.
Are you going to do any additional hydration laps or just shoot the pee?
For
example, any thermic
sauna?
Yeah.
In the sauna?
Yeah.
No.
See what happens.
I'll see what happens. So I'll just keep training away as normal this week. I don't have access to a sauna. Do you have access to a sauna?
I do actually, yeah. Hopefully I won't need it though.
I think we'll be all good. I have to down it in one, don't I?
I think you could actually die. I think your heart would just go, oh, I'm drowning. You know, 5 litres doesn't look that bad. If you'd started 6 hours ago, that wouldn't be that bad.
No.
You've loads, just do that.
Just do 10 more of those.
You can do this. Keep going.
Oh, the motivational water bottles?
Yeah.
No.
You're not doing that?
No.
Don't get ankle locked. Keep going.
No, what I am going to do is I'm going to mark the water level and the time.
Yes.
So when I'm doing the same thing tomorrow, I'm going to mark my water level and my time, possibly in a different marker.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll know roughly if I'm ahead of schedule for where I was yesterday or behind schedule for where I was yesterday. Particularly if I struggle on one of the days to get all the water in.
Yeah.
I'll know we need to get hustling earlier.
You'll be pissing tonight though?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
The biggest concern right now is the pissing.
I wouldn't go play like that, it's like. Pickle juice?
No.
Why would you feel tired from pickle juice?
I feel tired just from drinking the water. When are we going to wear country club jeans, guys? Day 2 of water loading and then followed by water cutting. Same job. It's 11:30 now. Down to here. Yesterday went well. So this is yesterday's gradations. I was just basically trying to hit it hard while I was in work, so I wouldn't have to carry the big 5 litre bottle home. One thing I will say is that loading a pile of water and not eating a massive amount of food before you go to jiu-jitsu training is a terrible idea. Whether it was because of the water or not, who knows, but it probably was.
You probably didn't eat any more food though.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so
yeah, it's all going well. Weighed in 95.7 kilos this morning in my underpants. So I'm just about to hop into a meeting here, but I said I'd update you quickly. It's 2 o'clock, 2 minutes before 2 on Tuesday, and we're around here. Not quite halfway down, but getting there. So we're way ahead of yesterday. Yesterday we were only here by 3:45. Now the reason this is important, or the reason it's important for me, is to try and piss less at night time. So it just makes getting to sleep a small bit easier. But yeah, I'd highly recommend this of marking it off each day just with a marker, so you can kind of compare it to yesterday. Then if you need to make any changes for the next day, you're good to go. Success, or partial success. Weighed in this morning, Friday, at just over 94 kilos. So that's like with no clothes or whatever. Then with the gi, the uniform, weighed in at 95.4. So 95.4 is a kilo overweight for the weight class, but it's good. The water didn't really shed off at all yesterday. I think that's probably due to 2 or 3 different things. The first thing is, I think, just from the squat and run a few weeks ago, my kidneys are still not in a great place, so I think they were quite distressed after that event. So I think I've just been kind of like holding on to water, so I literally didn't piss for the entire day yesterday, which is a bit strange. Usually anyone who's done water cuts before, you'll continuously piss for the whole day, and that's where you kind of shed the water from. I think the other reason is we had a really hard training session, or a very intense training session, on Wednesday evening, so that would have been the last evening of water loading, and I'd say I shed around 1 kilo or 1.5 kilos of water during that time. So no matter how much I kind of made up, I had around 2 litres left to drink for the day after that session. I drank around 2.5 litres after the session, but I think that deficit was just a bit too much to make up. So I think the final day of water loading wasn't ideal. And then the third thing is, we went for like a step increase. So we went from drinking just a normal amount of water every day to doing 5 litres, 5 litres, 5 litres, and then nothing. That was the plan all along, was just to see, do you need to taper up, as we kind of recommend to everyone? Do you need to taper up as every water cutting manual will kind of subscribe to? I think the tapering up might have something to do with your ability to kind of slowly increase the amount of water shedding hormone that's in your system. So I think going immediately to 5 litres just kind of bumps in as a stress response, or it kind of recognizes as a stress stimulus, and then your that kind of interplay with vasopressin is a bit more serious than it needs to be, or it kind of, that interplay comes in a bit too early. So what I'm going to do for next week is I'm just going to start the exact same thing we did this week, might start and do it a day extra. So obviously this week we did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, shedding water all day Thursday, and then weighed in Friday morning. Now next week the competition is on Saturday, or it hasn't been released yet what time I'll be on, but as far as I'm aware it should be on Saturday. I'm going to start water loading as normal on Monday. That will give me an extra day of water loading, and then water shedding will happen on Friday instead of on Thursday. So all going well, and introducing a small bit of kind of what you might call active water shedding, in terms of sauna, in terms of exercising with some jackets and hoodies and sweatpants on. That should make up that extra kind of 1,000 grams or extra kilo of weight to lose, and yeah, we should be in a good position. So this will give you an idea for what the kind of daily looks like the daily struggles, or some of the things you might come up against if you're water loading and water shedding. As I said, there's a much more in-depth video on the biochemistry of water loading and water shedding. That video is available hopefully here, if I can get that link video thing to work. If not, it'll be in the comments or the description below. So that will give you a much better idea of the kind of background behind it. This, as I said, was just much more of a kind of daily run-in, or kind of personal insight into what water loading looks like. I'd highly recommend, I've just filled this up again today, I'd highly recommend this system of getting your big bottle, marking it off as you go. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, marking your times and the times you're hitting each of those intakes at, just allows you to keep it nice and steady throughout the day. Another thing definitely to learn from this is taking on water earlier in the day certainly seems to help a lot in terms of getting to sleep, not waking up in the middle of the night going to the jacks. That definitely seems to help a lot. So at the start of this, being over 97 kilos, right now being 94 kilos, it's definitely a success. So if we consider the same next week, just with small bit better loading, small bit better of a taper at the start, and then a small bit of kind of active water shedding as well, we should be good to go. If you enjoyed this video, please do like it. It helps us out a lot. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And then we'll talk to you all again soon.